Welcome to Office Hours. I'm Steve Drost. With me, as always, we have Will Kaplan, both, of course, from the Quivr team. What is Quivr? We are the CRM built by financial advisors for financial advisors. Our objective over here is incredibly simple. How can we help you run your business at peak efficiency? Now, each episode, we take a couple of items that came directly from our users, usually from our weekly office hours, and we just talk about how people are doing just that, making their lives a little bit easier. Will, you came across a user this week in office hours. I was there, even though I know how to do breakout rooms, I was there, but they asked a question because they do account level rebalancing, not household level rebalancing. The nuance, it says the nuance, it doesn't necessarily matter what we're talking about, but you had a pretty cool solution, and I'd love for you to tell our users about it.
Yeah, so in this particular case, it's a little bit of a larger firm. They've got a trading department, and what they were finding is that they would define an IPS for a household, and then they would add an IPS to that. So they had two different IPSs for a single household. Okay, so that's kind of the framework that we're operating under. And they would send it over to trading, and trading would be like, what accounts are we talking about? And that's when kind of their process internally was breaking down. And so what they wanted was the ability for, we've got an IPS record inside of Quivr. They just want to associate those accounts with that particular record. So I've got my retirement IPS and maybe my, near-term savings IPS, or, whatever it might be, whatever those objectives might be. And I want to link those accounts under that IPS. And so essentially what we decided to do, the way that we decided to fix this, was jump onto that account and create a lookup field. It's just another custom field, like, I want to add a text field, I want to add a checkbox, I want to add a pick list. A lookup field basically points to another record in the system. And in this case,
we're 1 minute to make that field.
Yeah, I mean, it's super easy. It's not a difficult thing. You just have to kind of understand the implications, like how does it, how does it work? I mean, it's not in like a pick list is a good example. I mean, there's a difference between a regular pick list and a multi-select pick list. You got to know which one you want. Lookup field is no different. And so we took this lookup field, put it on the account, or the asset and liability record, and pointed it to the IPS. And what that allows you to do is then when you're on the IPS, you can add in a related list, which is just part of the default Salesforce UI. It's not currently on our page, but you and I have said multiple times, like if you need the functionality, customize your pages.
We can't say no to you. You
can't stop you, right? You're just gonna so you have that functionality. And so then what we did is we basically added a little section on the IPS that says pull in all those accounts that are attached to this particular IPS. And so now they've got like the account name, the account type, how much money is in it, all of that information that the trading team is looking for right there on the IPS. So now internally their workflow is basically make a request to get this account traded or get this account set up in iRebal or whatever tool that they happen to be using. In this case, I think it was iRebal. All the information that trading needs is on that IPS record. They've got like, what model to use, and if they want to add in some like tax sensitivity or whatever the settings are, they've got that all on their IPS record. And then now they've got the account. So trading has everything that they need right there in front of them. They just click into the household, jump over the IPS, and they're cooking. Like they're ready to go. And so it was, it was a relatively short fix, but I think it's going to add a lot of functionality for them just from an organizational structure. And truth be told, like it didn't occur to me originally, but I do think it's a good idea. I like the idea. And I'm glad that we were able to just kind of very quickly and very easily pull that information in. And I find that, tell me if your experience is different, but like it's often these little things of, I want this chunk of data and I want it over here. How do I do that?
Yeah.
And it's usually not that difficult. It's just understanding like how the system works. And that's really where office hours and tickets come in, is we can point you in the right direction. We can give you the tools that you need to start building out, a very custom tailored version of Quivr for your firm.
No, I agree. It's giving people the information they need, or giving the right people the right information at the right time. And this simple fix, and it was a simple fix, which if you're not someone that comes to office hours and you hear, well, I want to be able to attach an account to or an asset and liability record to an IPS and then see these 6 data fields, you might think that that's a huge undertaking that you're going to have to hire a developer to do. Or in reality, the answer is no, you don't. That is an office hours question. Now, not every question at office hours can we come up with a 10-minute solution, but you'd probably be surprised at the percentage of them that we can. and it's fun. Like, this is why I enjoy office hours. But yeah, it's just getting the information where you need it and understanding the system, which we know it. We know very well. So we can help you with that or point you in the right direction and get there that way. And I get it. Like, I used to be the lead trader at a firm 5 or 6 years ago, $1 billion RM. And I wasted so much time, man. So much time going to the advisor, asking all these questions because it happens. We've got 3 IPSs for this account or for this household, because there's some retirement money, some college money, some short-term, flexible money, like what we're trying to do. And I had to go talk to people, and then the advisor's in a meeting. And because the advisor's in a meeting, I can't trade it today. And because it didn't get traded today, I got yelled at. You just have this long thing. Whereas if I just had this thing telling me, I would have the trades done in less time than it took me to get out of my desk and try to find the advisor, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
good.
for sure.
That's good.
So,
I like that one. I like that one. No, good stuff as always, Will. That is a wrap. If you're a Quivr user, remember, join us on Wednesdays. Come to office hours. We can help you with things like these. Well, most of the time. Usually we can. I think we're batting pretty good here. But if you're not a Quivr user, that's all right. Nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes, but it's not too late. Schedule a demo. Come hang out with me or Will and learn what Quivr can do for you to help you make your life easier.